Take that sip.
Welcome to the Positive Sports Podcast. I'll be your host this evening, Ed Montana. Alongside me today, the second best father on the planet. Actually, probably third. Well, no, fourth. But he's in the top 10.
Oh, I'll take top 10.
At least.
I don't even consider myself top 10. I'll take top 10.
My brother Alex. Alex, how you doing?
I let my kids do anything they want. I'm definitely not top 10, but thanks.
Well, so before we start the show, it's a day late and a dollar short, but happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I hope you all enjoyed your day and your wives gave you a break from any kind of honey-do list around the house.
Did you get a break?
No, because my son didn't have a tournament, so
That opened up the floodgates.
but like yeah, I mean he plays so much, and he's we're gone a lot of weekends that any weekend I'm home, it doesn't matter. I mean, I feel like Donald Trump could be coming over, and she's like, I don't give a shit, bro. You're home. You got to do X, Y, and Z for me.
Yeah, I got a break, so I enjoyed it. I did a bunch of nothing, and then after that, I continued to do nothing until it got to about 6 o'clock, and I had to head over to Mom's house. But I enjoyed my day, so
Well, good.
hopefully everyone else did
I hope
too.
everyone enjoyed their day. It's always good. Was Mom pissed yesterday?
What? No, I don't know.
She was mad
I
because
hope not at me.
So-
I don't care if she was pissed at you.
so the funny thing is so Mom invited all of us over for Father's Day, and she invited us at 6:30 on Sunday, which is kind of an oddball time. It's not quite dinner for us because we generally eat later in our family, but it's not quite early enough to not be dinner, right? And the way she said it was like, just come over for, like finger food.
Right.
And she didn't say finger food, but that was kind of the implication in the text.
That's
So-
what I got from it.
That's what I got from it. So all of us, right, ate before we went over there. Like your family ate, my family ate, my aunt and uncle, they ate.
What's funny is,
And I think she was bent out of shape that no one was hungry when we got
well, that's her bad. I mean, she dropped the ball. Sorry, Mom. She dropped the ball on that one. She should really be specific.
But
And
if we went over there hungry, I don't think there was enough food to really put it down.
I thought there was plenty. I thought there was plenty.
I don't think there was as many empanadas as you
But yeah, she needs to be a little more clearer, and because if not, she's gonna.
I think her feelings were genuinely a little hurt.
Well, I mean, sorry, Mom.
No, I'm not. Look, I'm not interested in blaming anyone. I'm just curious as to whether you got the same vibe that I got, that she was upset that
No
one was hungry.
No, that didn't even cross my mind. So
I don't know. She mentioned it a couple of times, made me think.
she's not gonna tell us. So
No, probably not. Old people are difficult to figure out in general. I think.
Yes. All right. So where are we going first here?
Wherever you want, bro.
Wherever I want. Oh boy. Well, shit. Let's talk about the how these NBA finals ended.
Look, I'm going to ask the question that no one wants to ask, and no one seems to be bringing up. Do the Raptors win if Klay Thompson doesn't go down?
Yes, they win. They win Game 7. They lose Game 6. They win Game 7 at home.
See, I think if they lose Game 6, I think they lose Game 7 as well. They had to win Game 6. I feel like that game, with it being close throughout, if they didn't win that game, I feel like the Warriors would have just.
But here's the thing that I think no one is really paying attention to. The Warriors had no counter to the Raptors' inside game, inside presence, rebounding, second chance points. They didn't have a big man. Like, the Warriors don't have a big man to really, control the paint. And I think that was an issue because
I agree with you, and I think Boogie Cousins could have been that man, but he just wasn't there. That other guy,
he actually played a good game.
He played
6.
okay, but he wasn't consistent enough, I think, in the paint and whatnot. Plus, he likes to drift out to 3-point land offensively, which I think is you don't need any more people out there. You got plenty out there. That other guy, the guy that hurt his shoulder,
Lonnie.
Looney.
Kevin Looney.
Looney. I
Looney
think
Tune.
Lonnie's actually better. Looney, I think if he's not hurt, he probably is more help on the inside.
Yeah.
I hate to say it because I don't want to take anything away from the Raptors. But man, it really feels like...
Like what?
They won because the Warriors were hurt. If the Warriors are at 100%, even without Durant, if there's no Durant, if Klay Thompson and Looney are healthy, do you think... I don't know. Man. I feel bad saying that because I don't want to take anything away from the Raptors, but... I
mean, look, going into this series, I said the Raptors wouldn't win more than 2 games. I'll be surprised if they really... No, I would be surprised if they won more than 1 game. Because I didn't trust Kyle Lowry. I didn't trust Danny Green that much. And those guys really stepped up.
Well, and Van Vliet or whatever.
Van Vliet, yeah.
That guy came out of nowhere. I mean, he made big buckets throughout.
Oh, yeah. So, and then when you look at it, the Warriors still had 2 superstars. They had Draymond Green. They had Steph Curry, who, by the way, Curry...
I think the Draymond Green being a superstar thing is a bit overrated.
No, it's not.
That. Yeah, no.
It's not because what he can contribute. He doesn't give you the 30, 40 points a night, but he gives you rebounds, assists. He does other things to really engage, the Warriors in the game and keep him in there. So he is a superstar. Mm-hmm. He's probably one of the best point forwards.
Is a superstar greater than an all-star?
I don't know.
Because I think Draymond Green's an all-star, but I don't think he's a superstar.
Okay, well, let's just say he's an all-star. I mean, you still have 2 all-stars playing, and you had Klay for most of the series.
Yeah.
When you look on the opposite bench, who do you have? You have Kawhi Leonard and who else? A bunch of role players or good complementary pieces,
Siakam proved himself to be a pretty big time performer. I don't know that he's going to be that night in and night out, but certainly in these playoffs,
he had one good game.
Dude, him and Kawhi Leonard tied for second most points by a tandem in the playoffs. Tied with Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Behind?
I don't know.
LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Or maybe it was Jordan and Pippen were number 1 and they were tied with LeBron and Dwayne Wade. But anyway, that combination scored 1,100 points in the playoffs. I mean, Siakam he really had a great playoff run.
But again, he's not an all-star.
I don't know if he can be that every night and be an all-star player, but the way he performed in the playoffs, man, he was pretty darn good. And Gasol also helped out a lot, filling the lane. Kawhi is definitely the leader, and we don't think much of those other guys. But the performance by Siakam throughout the playoffs, he was a solid number 2, man. And
to credit the Raptors, don't let Curry's 30 points, 40-point games really fool you, because he didn't have... He didn't come through when they needed him the most.
He struggled in Game 6.
So I mean, who are we going to discredit Toronto now because Curry had kind of an off game?
He had an off game, but let's not discredit Toronto. They played great defense. When Thompson went down, they went back to that box and 1, which is a very college thing to do, but it worked. I mean, they had someone in Curry's shorts the whole time, and Curry didn't have the best night ever.
Well, that's when he's a superstar.
Yeah.
Well, he needs to step up when it counts. He's
a human being. I mean, he's entitled to have.
Well, that's fine, but we crucify LeBron James when he doesn't step up and he misses.
You crucify LeBron
he misses I sure do, and rightfully so. I mean, in the clutch moments, you gotta step up, plain and simple. I mean, I don't know if it would have been a different story if Durant and Klay Thompson were there. We'll never know. The same way we'll never know if LeBron can play in the 90s and Jordan can play, we'll just never know. You got to play with what you got, and that's what they gave us.
I think we can pretty fairly say that if Durant and Thompson are healthy for all 6 games, well, it doesn't go 6 games because back to your point, the Warriors probably win in 5. I mean.
Yeah,
Durant and Thompson.
I thought that before, but I mean, looking at the games, they had nothing in the inside, and Ibaka was just killing the Warriors.
There's another guy that really stepped up. Really, when you stop and think about it, the Raptors just had a lot of guys that they just stepped up big. I mean, everyone on that team stepped up big and did their part in an otherwise tough situation. I mean, Van Vliet, whatever, is not great, but man, when he had open jumpers at the end of that Game 6, he surely drained them, and Siakam had a great series, and Gasol played well. I mean, everyone played well, really. Kyle Lowry looked like he was going to score all the points in the beginning of that Game 6.
He looked like he was gunning for the MVP, and you can almost make a case that, I mean, in that game,
he was like, I'm going to score everything tonight.
And there was no way he was going to get the MVP over Kawhi.
Well, no.
But,
So now, does Kawhi stay in Toronto?
Nobody knows except the board man himself.
He is like just Mr. Monotone, man.
He's a fucking robot. I think he stays, but it's hard to tell. I have no idea. Would you stay if you were him?
Hell no! I'm going to LA with LeBron and AD.
Oh god! So you want to get pushed around and told what to do and all that? There's no way.
Look,
if you're Kawhi Leonard, there's no way you want to be third fiddle.
But here's the thing. Do you think Kawhi Leonard's the kind of guy that really cares about being the star? Like, he seems like the guy that would of all of the great players in the NBA, he seems to be the one most likely to be willing to play third wheel in that system. Right? Because everyone else has too much of an ego. Kawhi looks like he'd be like, whatever, fuck it, I don't care. I'm going to get another ring. I don't give a shit.
Man. No, he wouldn't want to go because there's only 3 NBA players in the history that have won multiple NBA titles with 2 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James is one of them.
Right.
If they win, they'd be tied for first. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want to have that record.
He doesn't want LeBron to go win one without him. Oh, so you're saying he's going to want to go someplace completely different, like the Knicks?
Probably not the Knicks.
Okay,
but yes.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. No, you know what? He's not going to go to the Lakers because after this blockbuster trade between the Pelicans and the Lakers, it doesn't sound like they're going to have any money for a third max player. So
they're not going to have any money for a third player, period.
Yeah, so I mean, this was they sacrificed the future to win now. The Lakers did.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
And you have to. When you have LeBron James, you have to because LeBron James wants to win now. He never wants to rebuild.
He doesn't have that many years left.
But when he was with Miami, it was win now. When he went back to Cleveland, it was get rid of Wiggins, the young guy, and bring in Kevin Love. You know what I'm saying? So with LeBron, it's you got to win now. You can't wait a year or 2. So that's what happens. You sacrifice your assets.
So who's the way things are presently constructed, right? Things are obviously going to change here in a few days when we have the NBA draft and then free agency and whatnot. But as presently constructed, who's the favorite to win the West? I don't know. It's wide open. Vegas says it's the Lakers.
Yeah, but I mean, they still have to play the games, all 82 of them, and injuries. I mean, it's too early to tell, but I will say it's wide open. Like the Clippers can make a few moves and could put them in contention. The Rockets can make a couple moves.
The Rockets have problems.
The Rockets have issues. Yes. You got the Thunder. They could do something maybe. I think it's up in the air.
I'll tell you what, I think the Lakers won that trade just by getting rid of Lonzo Ball.
Or both.
That's what I meant.
See, Lonzo Ball, I think he can turn into a really good point guard. Like he had a decent season last year before getting hurt. He played good defense. The guy was averaging 10, 6, and 6. I mean, that's, and he is what I consider a true point guard. He's pass first, shoot second. He is a point guard.
I agree. I just don't think...
And change the scenery is always good, too.
I think he can be good. I don't think he's good for a franchise. The LeVar Ball thing and the limelight and all that shit, it's too much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but if he's good, if he really excels at being an all-star, the franchise won't care what LeVar has to say or do because Lonzo Ball is producing on the court.
But when they lose and he starts questioning the coach, and I think New Orleans is not the perfect place, but it's a good place for him. It's not a major media market. He can go, he can work on his game, he can get better, he can be good. There's no expectations, there's no limelight. LeVar Ball will say stuff and no one's really going to care.
Right.
And it's going to be different. But I just don't see how Lonzo's going to fit. Even if he plays good ball, I don't see how he's going to fit somewhere where there's the constant attention. Like, can you imagine him in Brooklyn? Oh my God! Can you imagine? It would be a shit show. LeVar Ball would be running his gums all the time. He'd be asking for coaches to get fired and players to get traded and all this other stuff. It's too much of a distraction. And in basketball, the distraction is not as big of a deal as it is in other sports. But Lonzo Ball and his old man is just a distraction to the nth degree.
Yeah, I mean, I think as long as he balls out on the court, I think he'll be all right, and I don't think that phases him anymore. Who,
Lonzo?
Yeah, Lonzo, and I think the franchises understand. Look, if New Orleans was really worried about that, they wouldn't have even have him included in the trade. So I think the teams already know what to expect, and and I think it'll help that he's got the youngest son coming up, and
LaMelo?
Yeah, so
started to play in Australia today.
He could possibly shift all his attention to his youngest son, and Lonzo.
I think it'll help Lonzo when the other one gets in the NBA, because then his old man will have to split his time.
See, I think this is gonna help the youngest one, because the youngest one should be taking notes on what to do, what not to do, what to listen to, what not to listen to. He's looking at how Lonzo and the other Ball,
you would think.
And so you would hope that he doesn't fall into, or just kind of learns from the experiences of his brothers, right?
The Pelicans now have
a ton of picks,
a ton of young guys. Do you think they're gonna trade those picks for a superstar? Like, could they bring in a Kawhi Leonard?
I mean, damn! If
they have cap space and picks,
they have the number 1 and number 4 pick. It doesn't sound like they're gonna let go of the number 1 pick, right? But I don't know if the number 4 really brings in anybody. But I mean, I would sure.
Well, the number 4 this year and the first round pick next year, or 2 years from now. I mean, a couple of first rounders, man. That's a couple of first round.
Who can you get? Who do you get?
Well, you can get. I mean.
Because right now the team has a bunch of small guys, guards,
right. They need a big man.
They need a big man. I mean, and
maybe they can make a deal with Denver for Jokic.
I mean, shit.
Maybe they can make a deal with Dallas for Porzingis.
No,
if he gets healthy.
No, that won't work. Or just trade back for AD.
There you go. Do you think the Lakers would do it?
No.
The Lakers. I can just see it now. The Lakers go, okay, yeah. We'll take Ingram.
Take back everybody else.
Take everyone but Ball.
And
instead of Ball, give us the first rounder so we can have Zion.
Yeah, I mean, you figure they need some. Here's the thing that I don't know will work with them though. They got such a young team. Their coach is 67 years old. Is that gonna fit? Like we see it in football a lot, right? Like does the old coach, does that mentality work with the young players? I don't know. I don't consider Alvin Gentry a great coach. Right?
Couldn't they get the guy that coached Toronto last year? He's still out of a job.
No, he's with Detroit.
Oh, is he?
Dwayne Casey.
Okay, never mind.
I would have liked Jason Kidd on them.
See, that's another problem for the Lakers. Having Jason Kidd there is not good.
No, it's not.
That's a problem.
What's not good is having Jason Kidd and Frank Vogel, because you got two guys that want to be head coaches, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Oh.
If Jason Kidd was going to be the coach, it'd be one thing. If Frank Vogel was going to be the coach, it's one thing. But having both of them, and I say Jason Kidd's the problem because Jason Kidd's the assistant, right?
Right.
If Frank Vogel wants to say we're going to do it this way, well, he has that right. He's the head coach, right? So to me, the problem is going to be Jason Kidd, and I don't see how that's going to work. And on top of all of that, you got LeBron to deal with.
Yeah.
I mean, last year we thought LA was going to be the best soap opera going last year. This year it's going to be insane.
Usually movies part 2, part 3 are never better than the original. This we might be in for, a good ass sequel here.
They still have Rajon Rondo.
No, I did not know that. Do they still have Lance Stevenson too? Well, they don't have nobody on.
I think they do. I think they kept the head cases. They got rid of all the young guys and kept the head case. They probably still have Beasley as well.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh, it's gonna be
must watch.
LeBron and LeBrow.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
I don't know.
I don't understand.
So the draft is coming up. Zion Williamson is going to be the number 1 pick, right? Everybody knows that.
How do you know? You have sources?
Everyone knows.
Do you have sources?
Everyone knows that. Is he going to be a superstar or not? What do you think?
Yeah, he will be. Sure.
Is he going to be
I don't know.
Is he going to be an NBA champion superstar, or is he going to be a superstar caught in a middle market team with no help that never wins anything like Anthony Davis?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's hard to tell. Here's the thing between college football and college basketball. I can't put much stock into these players just because I really don't know. I guess I'm taking the easy way out. I really don't know. I can't tell until he steps foot on the court and I see him play his first game, and see how he adjusts to playing with older guys and
grown men.
Yeah, it's.
I think
he's
going to be. I think he's going to be a superstar, but I think his game is such that. LeBron could carry a whole team on his back. Kawhi Leonard could carry a whole team on his back. I don't think Zion's going to be that kind of guy. I think he's going to be the kind of guy that he's going to be a superstar. I think he's going to be like Anthony Davis, right? Mm-hmm. He's a guy who can be a superstar but needs someone else to help him out. And that's not a knock or anything on Zion. The 2 guys that I mentioned previous to that are, just rarities, right? You don't get a LeBron James every year, and even Kawhi Leonard has had his stumbles and whatnot. So there's no telling, but I do think he's going to be a bona fide superstar. That guy his athleticism is just insane.
I mean, it's pretty close to what LeBron was. I think his athleticism is very close in a different way, maybe, but it's
more but it's the problem is I feel like his athleticism is more closer to the basket. Like, I don't think he can really expand the court as much. Like, if he's hanging out at the top of the key, I don't think anyone's gonna rush out there to defend him. They'll be like, yeah, go ahead, you can shoot that all day.
But I'll tell you what, he better be working on that jump shot, because they're
gonna sag,
teams may play him like that, and he may want to say, you know what, I can shoot the ball, and so I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard to tell, man. I don't know. I would almost. I mean, the Pelicans have such a young team right now. I would almost see what I can get for that number 1 pick. I mean, seriously, what would it take? What could you get?
I don't know. Jeez. Well, and then you got people like Kyrie Irving out there. Where is he gonna land? It's gonna be we thought last season was tumultuous. I think this offseason is gonna be crazy.
So if you're a team like the Knicks, the Nets, the Clippers, say the Lakers, do you go after KD if he opts out? Because he's got to opt out first. So do you go ahead and
I don't think he's gonna. I mean,
but if he does,
if he opts out, I think you have to go for it.
What do you mean? Who?
All of those teams. You got to go for it.
He's 30 years old right now. He's going to be 32 when he plays next.
Right.
And you're going to give him a 4-year, 5-year...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, look.
After an Achilles injury?
Look, it's risky, but he is the best player in the NBA. And so, Kobe came back. Boogie Cousins came back. It can happen. And he's starting off as the best player. Kobe Bryant was still damn good when he came back from the Achilles. It took him a while.
Right, but if you're those teams, you're again in a win now, because by the time he's done with that deal, he's going to be 35, 36, 37 years old, and you're going to be paying him $40 million, $30 million,
You could be like the Rockets who are paying, $35 million for Chris Paul.
Yeah, and
but he's on the trading block.
Is he?
Everyone's on the trading block according to the Rockets. Everyone except James Harden. And, I mean, teams got to be laughing their ass off when they see Chris Paul on the trading block. Ain't nobody going to touch that contract.
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I go for it with KD.
Yeah,
because I think he is going to come back.
Well, he's going to come back, but how he comes back?
I think he's going to come back and he's going to be a bona fide superstar.
Have you seen how bony he is? He may break the next time he steps on the floor again.
Maybe.
During player introductions. Remember, Kobe wasn't he wasn't Kobe, and DeMarcus Cousins, he was a little slower. Of course, he's a little heavier than Kevin Durant.
Well, and he came into a different situation, right?
Yeah, right. But
he didn't have to be the superstar here.
Right, but if he goes to the Knicks, he's gonna have to be the superstar.
No, but I'm saying we don't know. My point is about Boogie Cousins is maybe he can be a superstar. He just doesn't have that role here because this team's already established with superstars.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe he can be, right?
See, I don't know if I don't know if I want the Nets giving him a contract like that. Just because he's going to be out for, the kind of injury, and he's going to be out for a year. And lighting all of a sudden got really dark in here and spooky. And I have a feeling we're going to have ghosts coming out the back behind us. It's really...
What the fuck are you talking about?
If you guys are watching this, it's getting kind of... Our lighting is fucked up right now. You don't see it getting a little darker?
No, it looks the same.
It looks a little different to me, but okay.
I'm like, what the... You were talking about the Nets?
I know, but the lighting in here started to change. I feel like I'm going to hear, Halloween music. But,
so you were saying?
I forgot what I was saying. Let's talk about some lightning. How about that?
Lightning?
Where do you think Kyrie ends up? Because everything's pointing to, the Nets.
God.
He's not going to end up back with Boston.
I would think not, but stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
Do you want Kyrie, though?
Who? Do I?
I mean, yeah.
Or Nets?
If you're a fan of the Nets, which
I am a fan of the Nets.
Do you want Kyrie? That's a young team, and he didn't do so hot with a young team in Boston this year.
Yeah, but it's a little different in Boston. They have too much. Nets have a little bit less to work with. I don't know if I want KD and D'Angelo Russell. I don't know if I want Kyrie and D'Angelo Russell together. I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, no, that I think you don't want.
So,
but you can trade D'Angelo Russell and get something for him.
Yeah, in the sign and trade, that's it's the only way you can do it. But
yeah,
I'll take Kyrie. Yeah, I'll take Kyrie. If he puts on that Nets jersey, I'll take Kyrie. Yes.
I don't know.
But I'll take Kyrie and Kawhi Leonard. I won't. That I'll take.
Damn, that would be quite the coup for for the Nets.
I mean, the Nets pull that off. I'm guessing they'll be fighting for a 3, 4, 5 seed.
Next year's basketball season is going to be much more interesting than this year, I think. Because this year we spent all year kind of waiting to crown the Warriors. Yeah. And then in the finals, obviously, we got a series, right? But next year, you don't know what's going to happen in the West. And the East, with Kyrie moving, Kawhi Leonard possibly moving, you still have a strong Milwaukee team that's going to get, another year of experience. They're going to get better. The Pacers will get healthier. The Sixers will continue their process. It's going to be real interesting in the East next year.
It almost feels like everything's shifting towards the East because I think you're going to have a lot of teams in the West just
trying to figure themselves out,
battling it out, and right.
Yeah, like the Lakers. Yeah, we think the Lakers are going to be great, right? Because they got AD, but it's going to take some time for them to figure themselves out. And the Warriors obviously now have to figure themselves out because they're going to be, they're going to be a different team to start the season. The Rockets are a mess. OKC is good. Portland is good.
Yeah.
Denver another year of being good. How will they? What moves do they make to make themselves? It's going to be really interesting.
I'm sure the teams in the West are thinking the same. They're probably thinking we have to go. This is the year to go all in, right? All the teams look like pretty even. The Warriors are, kind of depleted. This might be the year to bring in, if you're the Clippers, what do you say? Let's bring in Kawhi.
They're going to go hard for Kawhi.
Yeah.
But who else?
Which, by the way, I would love to see Kawhi and Doc Rivers together. I think that would be a great player-coach.
That would be a great relationship. Who do you bring in with them, though? Kyrie?
You could. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I got a feeling everything's going to shift to the East, but
it's going to be fun. It's going to be crazy.
What else in the NBA?
I don't know. I think we've beat that horse to death.
Have we? Why are you whispering?
Because my throat is congested. I don't feel good.
So, I lost my train of thought.
Must be the lighting.
Must be, yes. Blinded me to death.
Hey, so are you enjoying the baseball season? Did you enjoy the home run derby in Colorado this weekend?
To answer your first question, no, I'm not enjoying the baseball season. I woke up to it this morning where they scored, 110,000 runs?
92 runs in 4 games. They averaged 23 runs a game. Basically a 12-11 game every day.
Was this in San Diego or Colorado?
No, it was in Colorado.
Oh, okay.
But it's not. But it
but
wasn't,
still,
that's a lot. It wasn't a lot of home runs. It was just bad pitching.
That's still a lot of runs.
It is. And the games were a ton of fun because they were back and forth because everyone's scoring.
Now, what I did see this weekend was very interesting. Was Kenley Jensen, the closer for the Dodgers, who the Dodgers were playing the Cubs. Top of the 9th. Dodgers are the home team, right? So Jensen's brought in to pitch. 0 outs. Run on second. Jason Hayward is on second. He gets the first batter out. The second batter, you can kind of sense that Jensen's, bothered. Worrying. Yes, he's bothered by Hayward and stealing signs at second base. And he gets the second out by striking him out. But as he gets the ball back from the catcher, you can see him kind of put the glove to one side of his face just so I guess Hayward couldn't see what he was saying. And he signals to the infielder, second, shortstop, whoever, he's going to balk. And he balks.
Right.
So that Hayward can
go to third.
I can't remember. They were up 2. The Dodgers are up 2 at that point.
Was it 2 or 1?
Well, if it's 1, then you don't do that. If it's 1, you don't do it. If it's 1 run, you don't do it. Because a single scores the run.
Right. But a single scores the run with him at second as well.
You got Cody Bellinger out there. You think?
Yeah, but
it's Jason Hayward. He's not the fastest.
Yeah, but again,
no.
With 2 outs, he's moving. He's moving as soon as the ball's hit. So there's no hesitation.
Yeah, but
95% of the time, a base hit to the outfield, he's gonna score.
You don't take that chance. With 1 run, you don't take that chance, I think. So, is that a move that you would do? And was that called by him, or you think it was called by Brian Roberts.
Well, I think it was by him. He seemed
so?
He seemed very.
Oh yeah.
He seemed very uncomfortable in the situation. Look, I think the only thing I didn't understand. I had no problem with the move. I agree with him doing it. I would have done it even with one run, with 2 outs, not with 1 out. With 2 outs, I would do it.
That's why you're not a manager.
Whatever. I would have done it regardless, because even if Jason Hayward was not stealing signs, it was obviously messing with Kelly Jensen's head. So you had to do something, or he was going to blow it anyway. If he didn't balk him over to third, he was going to end up throwing him a meatball that was going to get crushed and it was going to be a 2-run home run and the game be tied anyway. Right?
Yeah.
So I have no problem with him doing it. I agree with him. The only part I didn't understand is why he had to tell anyone. Like, once the catcher came out and they had that discussion, was he telling the other infielders, or was he telling the umpire, or who was he telling? Because, look, if you want to balk, just balk.
Maybe so the infielders wouldn't hold Hayward, but you're really not holding at that point.
But even if you're holding him, if you balk, okay, now I don't have to hold him. What, are you trying to save him from taking those 10 steps over to second base? I don't get why he had to tell anyone.
Yeah.
Unless he's trying to make a point of it so that in the future everyone deals with Jason Hayward a little bit differently. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be.
Like trying to put Jason Hayward on blast. And here's my next question. Are they going to bean him the next time they get a chance?
Hayward?
Yeah.
Well, they don't have any proof that he was stealing signs.
Well, but they thought he was going to.
And I mean, he gave him a filthy curve. That second out was a filthy curve in the dirt. I mean, it's not like the dude hit the ball.
Well, no, but it's still one of baseball's unwritten rules.
True.
Is that an unwritten rule?
Stealing signs?
Yeah. I thought stealing signs was A-okay so long as you didn't get caught.
Yeah, so is robbing a bank. I mean, it really makes me wonder, though. You're in the playoffs, league championship series. You got Kenley Jensen, 9th inning. I mean, you're going to let a base runner rattle you like that? Are you going to balk in the 9th inning of a playoff baseball game?
Well, look, it's no different than an intentional walk, right? You're giving a guy a base.
Yeah,
happens to be third base instead of first base, but again, with 1 out, I don't do it because a fly ball scores it. But with 2 outs, even with a 1-run lead, if it's bugging him that much, I do it. I let him have third. I trust my guy to get a ground ball out.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
I would. Shit, yeah, I'd do it. I don't care.
Are they
You gotta live dangerously.
Are the Dodgers still in first place
by a shit ton?
Are they?
Yeah.
Because the Rockies really haven't. They kind of cooled off. They were on a nice little streak there, and then
they started slow, got hot. They've cooled off a little bit. San Diego's a 500 team. Arizona's a 500 team. The Giants are terrible. So there's really nothing there for the Dodgers. It's amazing. The Astros are up almost double digits. I think 9.5. The Twins are up 10. And the Dodgers are up 9. 3 of the 6 divisions have almost double-digit or very close to double-digit leads.
It's amazing what the Astros are doing. I mean, they are really, whoever their farm director and scouts are. I mean, they're really they're underpaid. Whatever they're making, they're underpaid because they got this guy Yordani Valdez, who looks like Paul Bunyan with a bat. I mean, holy shit!
Yeah,
I mean,
it's crazy.
And this is without Springer. I mean, they got a couple injuries here and there. Correa also. That's right.
Yeah, no, they've got a lot of assets. All of a sudden, it seems like their farm system is just lush with athletes, good ball players everywhere. It's crazy. Now, the American League East is going to be interesting because the Rays look like they're for real. The Yankees are obviously for real. The Yankees have a bunch of people coming back from injury. So, but I mean, how much better are they going to play? They're playing great baseball as it is. And the Red Sox are not too far away. They're, 6.5 out?
5.5.
So they could still make some noise, make something happen, but they better get onto it soon. And then in the National League, got to go ahead.
The Yankees need pitching. I don't know what was the sense of trading for Edwin Encarnacion. I mean, they really need pitching. Pitching's their problem.
Yeah, look, it's not their strong point, but it's not like they're the Colorado Rockies or the San Diego Padres giving up, 50 runs in a 4-game set.
Yeah, but I mean, when you get deeper,
you can always use more pitching, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, especially if you don't have it right now.
But they don't. It's not that they don't have it.
Well, they have pitchers.
Tanaka's good.
Yeah, but
Paxton's good.
But they're not having
Sabathia's okay.
good seasons. I mean, they're that's.
But they're not. My point is they're not BP pitchers, right? They're not. It's not like they're throwing batting practice. Tanaka will give you good starts. Paxton will give you good starts. Sabathia will give you good starts. Their bullpen is okay. They're waiting for some people to come back, right? Betances is still out. But, once they get him back, that'll help the bullpen. So they have a decent pitching staff. It's certainly not their strong point, right? I get it.
Yeah,
but it's not like they don't have anything.
Yeah, I think if they don't address it, it's going to bite them in the ass in the long run. Especially, coming down in the postseason, it's all about pitching. So If they let Tampa Bay hang around and then Boston, creep, then I don't see it bode too well for them.
It could be an issue. And then in the National League, we had an interesting series with the Braves and the Phillies, which worked out perfectly for the Braves because the Braves are hot. So they took 2 out of 3 from the Phillies, kind of really beat them up this weekend. They've got a little 2.5 game lead, but look, they're not going to play 900 baseball all season long. So, and then the Mets, the Mets have run into the injury bug, and the Mets are not that good. No. Even without the injuries, they're just not that good.
Watch out for Washington in the National League East. I think they're going to make a little run. They play a really weak schedule coming up from now to the All-Star break.
The All-Star break, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. They could make a move.
I could see them kind of.
And then the Central is going to be interesting. It's going to be this way all year with Milwaukee and Chicago kind of flip-flopping spots. St. Louis not too far away. Heck, even Pittsburgh is not that far away. 8 games.
Well, Cincinnati's also 8.
Oh, yeah? Well, there you go. So that entire division is looking pretty. I mean, 8 is not that bad.
Yeah, but when you got teams.
Cleveland is in second in their division, but they're 10 games out.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, those two teams are likely not going to. Yeah, they're not that good, so they're but they're not that far away. They could say they're still in it.
They can still see the light at the end of the tunnel.
That's right.
They just probably that tunnel just keeps on extending as.
They don't realize it's a train. It's a train coming their way.
Yep.
Alrighty, my friend. What else you got?
I don't have nothing else.
Let's wrap this one up early because I'm starving.
Let's go.
It's kind of the story of every episode. What episode is this? 79?
79.
Famous number 79.
Oh, shit. I don't have one. I have no clue. I want to say Ron Artest, maybe?
Oh! Ron Artest.
Didn't he wear 79? He wore some crazy numbers before.
Yeah, I don't know. Art Shell was number 79, I believe, for the Oakland Raiders.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember that far back.
From the 70s. I don't know how I remember that. But, yeah, I think he was number 79. Art Shell. I want to say the Oilers, one of the Childress guys. Brad Childress?
Josh Childress?
Ray Childress?
Ray Charles?
One of those guys, I think, was number 79 as well. Played for the Oilers when they were here in Houston.
I couldn't tell you of any 79.
It's tough when you get in those 70s, right? Because they got to be football
80s.
players and mostly... Well, 80s, we can rattle off 80s.
Oh, that's right? Well, they're all going to be wide receivers and tight ends.
That's right. Well, no, we can mix in a hockey player or two.
Can't wait.
We can mix in a hockey player. I can think of a couple of hockey players in the 80s.
I could probably think of one.
There you go.
And that's about it.
Well, that's a hockey player. You got a shout out?
Just shout out to I don't have a shout out. I was thinking of one on the way here, and I just can't come up with one. My mind went blank. Still blank.
Geez.
I shoot blanks.
That's a good thing. I'm sure that's
Who's
a good
your
thing.
shout out?
My shout out is to the guy that won the U.S. Open that I can't remember his first name.
Smallwood.
Woodland. I know his last name is Woodland, but I can't remember his first name.
I knew he had a Woody in there somewhere.
Gary Woodland. I was right. Gary Woodland won the U.S. Open yesterday on Father's Day. I always think it's kind of cool when they do the U.S. Open on Father's Day weekend. Generally, the guy that wins is a father. And so it's always
Is he a father?
Yes, he is.
He is?
So it's neat to always see the kids out there celebrating. He earned his Father's Day present, I guess, yesterday.
He had to work for it.
He had to work for it, but I'm sure he does not mind at all having worked for that. It was really a great performance, a great weekend. Pebble Beach, in my opinion, they should have the U.S. Open at Pebble Beach every year. That course it's challenging but fair. If it doesn't get too dry where it's like putting on a hardwood floor, it's great. I mean, it's just great. It's challenging. It's beautiful, scenic. Brooks Koepka gave him a push on Sunday, but he managed to hold him off and win by 3 strokes. Made a nice long putt to seal the deal on 18, which is always cool. So my shout out goes to Gary Woodland. Good for you winning your first major, the U.S. Open.
Where did Tiger finish? Did he finish? Did he make the cut?
He made the cut.
He did.
He made the cut. He played well on the weekend. He got off to a slow start Thursday and Friday. Made a bit of a move on Saturday. Played okay on Sunday. I think he finished like 21st. 12 shots off the lead, which I think he finished at 1 under par, which, in my opinion, if you're under par at the U.S. Open, that's a good weekend. I mean, sure, it's 12 strokes sounds like a shit ton, right? But think about it, over 4 days, that's only 3 strokes a day.
Yeah, but I mean,
Dude, 3 strokes on that course is...
Yeah, but when you add them all up, that's all that matters.
It's 12. Yeah, it's always fun to watch the U.S. Open. Anyway, so shout out to him. And with that, we've come to the end of another wonderful episode of the Positive Sports
79
Podcast.
in the books.
Episode 79. As always, folks, ignore the negativity. Be the positivity.
Peace.